Hi, folks. My name is Tony Vargas. I am the Global Head of Workplace at Sprinkler, and it is an honor to be presenting today at Future Office's Summer 2020 Summit. Let's talk about workplace. You will never see all your colleagues in the same space at the same time ever again. I'll repeat that. You will never see all your colleagues in the same space at the same time ever again. Since the beginning of the pandemic, there have been countless theories about the future of work. Will we return to offices? Will we not? Is this the catalyst that pushes us to remote work? Are companies giving up their real estate, and how much real estate are they giving up? Countless theories. Here's a few things that we do know. A big architecture firm put out a survey and found out that the majority of people want to return to work in offices. However, many of them want to work from home 1 or 2 or 3 days a week. Another big architecture firm put out their plans for what the future office will look like. And these are spaces that are geared towards group activities like learning, collaborating, teamwork, innovation, socializing, with the bulk of focus work being done at home. A workplace expert recently said in a podcast that up to now, remote work had been a tactical solution for facilities teams and HR teams to solve particular problems, but now it's being pushed into the C-suite and becoming a strategy as to how companies work. So the office is not going to go away. A centralized location will always be an incredible asset to the company. How we use that space, how much of that space we use is still to be determined, but the office is not going to go away. But you will never see all your colleagues in the same space at the same time ever again. The future office will be a fully integrated hybrid of the physical office and the remote workplace. These hybrid formats of the future office will require that we have a deep sense of belonging and attachment to the workplace, that we have a strong bond and a connection to the community of the company. A deep sense of belonging and a connection to the community will be the glue that hold us together no matter where we're working from, whether we are geographically dispersed together in the office or in any variation of this. And we have to adapt our workplace vision so that the environment, the experience, the community, and the hospitality that we offer extends beyond the walls of the office and into the hybrid workplace. My personal mission is to deliver joy. It's to deliver joy at scale through workplace services and office culture. Based on the mission and vision of Sprinkler, our workplace team's mission is that every customer leaves an interaction with us feeling better than when they arrived. Joy. Our vision is that customers love the office and love coming to the office. And when I say customers, I mean anybody who walks into the office, an employee, a client, a guest, a vendor, a courier, anybody who walks into the office and leaves with an opinion of the office, we want them to love the office as much as everybody else. At Sprinkler, we are guided by the Sprinkler way. It is our guide to existing. It is anchored on our core values and enhanced by our core beliefs, our cultural aspirations, our principles, our expectations. Some of them have informed how we build our workplaces. We treat each other like family. People never forget how you make them feel. We are customer obsessed. Helping others succeed makes us happy. We have clearly defined outcomes, communicate to inspire and engage, and passionately, genuinely care. These are some of the ways that we have built our workplace playbook. To deliver joy at scale, I use 5 pillars to build a workplace: the environment, the experience, the community, hospitality, and reporting. Now, building amazing environments is important. They have to be agile, productive, clean, energetic, joyful. They have to tell the story of who we are. And above all, I am guided by how they scintillate the senses, how it looks, how it feels, how it smells, what's the soundscape. Having seamless, easy experiences for people to do the things and find the resources and information that they need to find. These experiences, I like them to be memorable. We all live with a camera in our pocket ready to take pictures for Instagram. So anything that you do in the office, I wanted to have that kind of inspiration. Strong communities that inspire us to gravitate towards the well-being and the positive outcomes of the greater population of that community. Warm hospitality, where you feel that you are warmly greeted every time you come into the space, where your needs are anticipated, and where it makes you feel like home. And of course, we are a cost center, so we have to have responsible reporting so that we can be responsible with our resources and forecast the things that we want to do over and over again. Also, living in the data age, we want to gather as much data as possible of the initiatives that we're running to understand how they're landing, adjust, and make them land even better. So four of these pillars really have a great impact in creating that sense of belonging. And a sense of belonging is, again, one of the most important things in the hybrid workplace, so that no matter where you are, where you're working from, you always feel connected. Now, think of your favorite places. It might be your favorite restaurant, your favorite destination beach, a museum, a theater, your favorite park, your favorite amusement park and experience center. I know we're in the middle of a pandemic and most of these places have been closed for a very long time, but we'll get back to these places soon enough. We've started going back to some of them already. Now think of one of these favorite places. And now think about the environment in it. The temperature is suitable for what you're doing in that place. Nobody enjoys sitting in a hot, scalding restaurant to enjoy a meal, or walking through a cold museum where it's so uncomfortable that you can't enjoy the items that you're there to see. You don't go to the beach on a rainy day. Well, most people don't go to the beach on a rainy day. If you do, that's a choice. But the temperature is always appropriate for the activity that we're doing. The soundscape is the right soundscape for what we're there to do. If they're playing music, it's music that we like. The food, some of our favorite dishes are at these favorite places. The aromas of anything that's going by enhances our sense of what's there. And the design has elements that not only scintillates the senses in our eye, but our sense of style. Being in these places says something about us. We want to be identified with them. We want to be a part of these places. It enhances our sense of identity. Now think about the experience. Doing things in these places usually it tickles your sense of efficiency. Right? Doing things is easy, it's enjoyable, it's memorable. We snap pictures for Insta wherever we are in these places. Think about the magic bands at Disney, for example. This is one of the ultimate experiences, but with a magic band, you can enjoy the park without a wallet, without a ticket, without a hotel room key. You can plan your rides ahead of time, so you don't have to spend time while you're there doing any of that stuff, and you can focus on having more significant moments and enjoying more memorable things throughout the day. The opposite is also true. We're all planning our return to work plans right now, right? And some of us have executed them already. And I have a friend who told me that even though their work population was eager to return to offices, getting into the office was so clunky that people aren't doing it. So a clunky experience will detract us from going to one of these favorite places, whereas a wonderful experience will just invite us back and make us want to return. Now think about the community in these places. Our favorite places are usually, for the most part, filled with people that we have shared interests, with whom we have shared interests. We look forward to seeing these people. We are eager to engage with them. We look forward to the next time that we see them, anticipate getting back together with them. We're ready to laugh with them and share time with them. These are the people that we want to create memories with. Our communities and the people we share time with are the people that we want to remember, that we want to create exceptional memories with. Now, think about the hospitality in your favorite places, or in places that are geared towards hospitality. When you arrive at a place and you're greeted warmly and somebody says, "Welcome back," it makes you feel acknowledged. When you go to a bar, when you go to your favorite restaurant, and okay, maybe not Jorge the bartender from Bachelor in Paradise, but when you go to your favorite bar and the bartender says the usual or calls out your drink with the particularities that you want, it makes you feel recognized. When you're in a place that somebody anticipates your needs, it makes you feel like they're thinking about you. It makes you feel like you matter. So environments that enhance your sense of identity, scintillate the senses, and says something about who you are as a person. Experiences so seamless and and easy that they make you feel like you have extra time to have more significant moments and more memorable moments. A community so strong that it inspires you to be committed to the well-being of the greater good and laugh with people, and you want to make memories with the people in this community. Hospitality that makes you feel acknowledged, recognized, and like you matter. These are the places that we don't want to miss out on. These are the places that we get emotionally attached to. These are the places we want to return to over and over again because we feel like we belong. These are places that don't just love us, but these places love us back. These are the types of workplaces and hybrid workplaces that we need to continue building through the future. These places really have a sense of FOMO. You know, you don't want to miss out on anything in these places. It's one thing that I tell my team all the time: create FOMO, whether in the office or for a remote experience. You don't want to miss out on anything that's happening in one of these favorite places. Now, as we think about the hybrid workplace of the future, we already know how to address a lot of these pillars in the office, and this period of time has pushed us to address them at the home. But let's look at some of the things that Sprinklr has done throughout this time, and other things that I want to kind of continue developing and working on to really have a seamless workplace that is memorable and that is wonderful, no matter the format in which you are. Now, when we talk about the environment in a remote workplace, I really like to break it down into two. There's the video call and your personal workplaces. Video calls are here to stay. Now, there's a lot of elements that go into the video call that we need to address, because the truth is that everything that's in that frame is telling your story. Everything that's in a frame is helping you deliver the message or is detracting from it. So you want to make sure, one, that the frame is well put together, that the camera is at eye level, that you're well lit, that you can be heard properly, warm and authentic, not cold and robotic as some microphones make you hear. You want to make sure that your background is intentional, right? The background has elements that are either conversation starters or that pop up a little bit of joy, or that tell something about the story that you're trying to tell. I was extremely impressed with Peloton and the consistency that they had of the setups of their instructors during the time that they were working from home. So everything that goes into the video call is part of the environment that you are offering, especially when it's external facing. So we need to have suggestions and guidelines that we can give to our employees on how to create the proper environment in those video calls. Virtual backgrounds are a great solution. You can brand them, they can be consistent. For people that don't have the opportunity to curate their backgrounds at home, a virtual background gives the opportunity to have something either neutral or branded or exciting, whatever the story is that you're trying to tell. I also recommend that the same way that we bring public speaking experts to train our staff, consider doing training for speaking on camera. There are elements that we can use that will help us land that message the way that we want to, and that will help us fulfill our goals and our bottom lines. Now, in terms of the personal workspace, it is the environment that people use at home. So have resources available, have tools, point people in the right direction to find the things that they need to create a workplace at home that is very enjoyable as you create them in the office. I like to use the 5 senses to create a mini ecosystem, that your desk looks nice, it has a little object that brings you joy, add a little plant because they have an instant impact on our emotions. Have candles or diffusers or little essential oils to create a scentscape to cover the smells that we might not be able to control in our apartment if you have roommates or live with whoever you live with. But yeah, guide people towards those resources so that their personal workspace at home is as intentional as the one that you build in the office. And of course, there's tons of ergonomics assessments and suggestions that we can give so that it's comfortable for people to be productive at home as well as in the office. The experience. So the experience while you're working remotely, make sure that people have seamless access to the things that they need, the information, the resources, the intranets, the drives, any information that people need. Make sure that they know how to get it. Remind them over and over again where they are, how to access them. Make sure that they have the codes and the logins that they need. Have bulletin boards where people can go find information and make sure that they know that they can go there. And as an enhancement to that, have guided access. If they don't know where to go, make sure that they know who to ask. Listen, in the physical workplace, we might go tap somebody in the shoulder or walk down to reception to talk to our office managers or receptionists about where to find certain things. Create the same thing virtually. A virtual help desk, a virtual concierge, a department desk where people can go find things for the specific departments. Buddy systems are a great way. Buddy systems also help enhance community. And community is one of the most important things that you have to focus on in a hybrid workplace. Make sure that you have a center for culture, like a centralized place that people know this is where they go to find the essence of the culture of your company. At Sprinkler, during this time, we created a daily update show, the Daily Joe with Tony Vargas. Yeah, I happen to be one of the co-hosts. But it's a center for culture. It's a daily episode, 7 to 10 minutes, and we interview Sprinklerites on the things that they're working on and how they relate to the goals of the company, the passions that they have outside of work. Any interesting facts? We have somebody who wrote a book. We brought her on to talk about the book that she wrote. We had the CFO talking about just not the specifics of cash flow, but just different aspects of the financial health of the company. We always do it in a fun and entertaining way as well. And people know that this is the center and the essence of the culture of the company, kind of keeps the pulse of the company. You can do the same thing with the newsletter, daily announcements, weekly newsletters, or if you have social intranets, those are great places for people to go and kind of access the essence of the culture of the company again. But having one place that is the center for culture is super important. Shared events. As I said before, a community is a group of people with shared values, shared interests, and shared events. Shared events have been difficult to do during this time, but there's alternatives. We set up a heartbeat call. So every team spends 15 minutes every day talking about things that are not work. It's a way of getting us to have more time with each other, to spend more quality time with each other outside of the work functions. Asynchronous activities are great, because there are things that people can do, they're the same thing, but they can do them on their own time. For example, brain breaks and trivia. We have brain breaks that people can interact with them on their own time whenever they have a minute, but they know that everybody else is doing the same thing. We did an art book. Some of the artists in the company sketched different sketches, and people can do those on their own time. They can do them with their families, but everybody's doing the same event. Themed dinner nights, cocktail of the week. Wonderful ways that people can do the same activity, but do it on their own times. Have them share pictures on those social intranets or on your social channels or anywhere that you use to communicate with each other so that they know that they're doing the same thing. Onboarding programs need all the attention in the world. In a hybrid workplace, that onboarding program is going to be important because it's the first submersion into the culture of the company. So make sure that people can meet and greet and learn the names of as many people as possible. Have people from every level say the names of the new people. Again, that part of that hospitality, feeling recognized, feeling acknowledged. Onboarding programs have proven to be a challenge during this work from home period, but as we move into the hybrid workplace, having a strong onboarding program is going to help build that stronger community. And of course, those support groups are important. Having special interest groups, your ERGs, people with the same interest, it gives people a way in to have communications and conversations with people that otherwise they wouldn't talk to. And you need to continue to pay attention to that hospitality. And hospitality is important. Anticipating people's needs, individual outreach, so that people know that not just their manager and their colleagues are thinking about them, but other people around the office are doing the same. Being of service to everybody else. Because at the end of the day, it shows that we passionately, genuinely care about people, and it really, really strengthens that community. As we return to workplaces and continue building more of these hybrid workplaces, we have to be intentional about curating digital and physical spaces that people love, and make sure that people know that these spaces love them back. From the top levels of strategy to the daily happenings of tactics and operations, we have to create agile, productive, joyful, energetic environments that people feel are bright blank canvases for them to do their best work. Experiences that are memorable. seamless and efficient ways of accessing resources and information. So we feel we have more time throughout the day to have more significant moments. We have to be extremely intentional about creating and curating strong communities, communities that inspire people to be a part of them, to participate in them, and be delighted by them. Communities where people know they have more people they want to share time with, the people they want to create memories with. If we enable the opportunities for more connection, virtual and physical, and the opportunities for people to deepen those human connections, we give them the freedom to choose to work from wherever they prefer to work without missing out on the things that we're attracted to the most: relationships. Imagine a work world that gives you the flexibility to be in the office to strategize with your team, collaborate with your colleagues, but you can be in the safety of your home to do the vulnerable work of creative thinking and brainstorming. Or you can sit at your favorite park for long, uninterrupted times of concentration so you can focus on your writing or the details of a project that you're working on. Imagine a work world where somebody's thinking about you while you're busy thinking about work, where there's a team of people that are anticipating your needs while you're focusing on the needs of your clients. Imagine that whether you come to the office every day, 2 to 3 times a week, once a month or once a quarter, any combination, you walk into a space that is ready and eager to make you smile. A space that is waiting for you with the expectation, the anticipation, and the affection of an old friend. The future of the office is flexible and hybrid. It will include all the technology that we need to do the things that we need to do and to communicate in the ways that we need to communicate. There will be new health codes to apply, new procedures to implement, but the future office will primarily be a place to hold our relationships, our experiences, and our memories. And although you will never see all your colleagues in the same place at the same time, wherever you choose to work from, the workplace community that we have built will be so strong that it will make people feel like they belong. It'll enhance their sense of purpose. Because although the purpose of going to the office is to get work done, the purpose of the office is to make you feel like you belong and to bring you joy. Thank you.